All right, in this video, I'm going to show you how to make this great white shark. Okay, great blue shark, really. But this was a model requested by a Leslie Jones. So Leslie, this shark's for you, this shark's for you. But I got to say, I had so much fun making this one. I also made a bluer shark, great bluer shark. Now I'm going to have shark war. All right, let me show you how this is made. Okay, in this video, I'm going to start off with a square sheet of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to fold this corner to corner. So I'm going to take this top corner, fold this along the bottom corner, making close or paying close attention to the alignment because we want this to be good. So what we're looking for is the corners to come to a nice point. Once we're there, we'll open this up and rotate it, and we'll do the same thing on this side. So we'll fold that, make sure our alignment is really good. And when we're happy with that, we will crease this down. Then we're going to open this up. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this edge here. I'm going to fold it along the center crease, paying close attention to the tip. I want to make sure that the tip comes to a nice point. So I want to push the paper down without creasing it, just to see where it is. And when I'm happy with it, I will crease this down. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to take this edge, fold it along the center, making sure that the point lines up well. And then I will crease that down. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce these creases since we're going to use them in a minute. We're going to open these flaps and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to take these bottom edges, fold them along the center crease, making sure our points look good. Then I will crease that down. Once we do both sides, ooh, that one doesn't want to. All right. Then if you have to make any corrections, now's the time. We'll reinforce those. Then we're going to open this up. All right, so at this point, we got a paper with a bunch of crease lines on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these crease lines here, and then we're going to fold them down, and this part of the paper here is going to stay up. So we're going to have this little flap up here, but these should lay nicely. The creases already go that way. So with this one, what we're going to do is just make sure the creases come all the way up. Go ahead and lay that down, crease the paper underneath it, and then fold it back and crease the paper underneath it like that. We're going to do the same thing to this side. So we're going to fold this in. These creases should go nice and easy. We will fold that down to the top and then fold this to the bottom. All right, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to take this top point and we're going to put it right against the bottom point here. So line that up, just like so. Then we will crease this down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lift up this and we're going to go about halfway up and then crease that down. So I will keep that point pointed right on the crease line just to keep it aligned. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this down, leaving just a little bit, keep it aligned, just like so. I will crease that. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up and we're going to grab each side and we're going to, using that crease line, that's going to be the pivot point for our fold. So we're going to open up the paper, keep this aligned, and then crease that down. And then we're going to do the other side. So we'll open this up. And I know these can be tough to grab, so you may need a minute to go ahead and do that. That's fine. and crease that down. Then a lot of times this will happen. That paper will fold back in. Just go ahead and pull that back out so that you have it open like that. Okay, so at this point we're going to rotate it and flip it upside down. Now you'll see there's two creases, right? One going down the center this way and one going point to point that way. What we're going to do is we're going to take this point, we're going to stay along this crease line, but we're not going to go all the way to the center. So we're going to go just before, and then we're going to fold this back or crease that down, just like that. Then we will rotate it. Now I want you to take note the distance you have between that center crease and where that point is. Because what you want to do is you want to duplicate that on this side. So you're going to lift this up, stay along the center crease, and you're going to go about that same distance and crease this down. Just like that. All right, at this point what we're going to do is we're going to take this edge here on both sides and fold it along this center crease. So we take that, we'll fold that down. We'll do both sides. Get that a good crease. Okay, so we have this triangle. So now what we're going to do, we're going to make the head of the mouth of the shark. So what we're going to do is using this corner here as our pivot point, we're going to take this edge and we're going to fold it up, but this corner is going to go way past this edge here. So let me do the first one and I'll show you how this works. So that's my pivot point, and I'm going way out like that. And then on this side, I'm just going to match up this point up here and take it to this corner here. So that's where my crease line is going to be. So right there, that corner. I'm going to go right to that corner. And I will crease that down. So this guy actually came out a little bit, so I'll fold that back. That's what that should look like. Okay. So at this point, what we're going to do is you'll see that there's a flap of paper here. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a crease from that corner to where the paper comes out. So just like that. We're going to do the same thing to this side. Go under there, fold that back. Okay. Now we're going to do the trickiest part of this whole model, but don't worry, you'll get through this and the rest of it's easier. Okay, so we're going to take this edge here and fold it along this edge. So we're going to fold this back. Like I said, this is the trickiest part, so once you get past this, you're on easy street. Okay, so we're going to fold it down like that. See how that is right aligned with this sheet of paper, with this edge. Okay, once we do this, we're going to lift this tab, we're going to fold that paper back, then fold this tab back. We're going to reverse that fold down below. All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to fold this up, open this, fold that paper back, reverse that fold, make any corrections needed, and this is what it should look like. Okay, so at this point what we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. Like so, and you can see the shark's mouth is already taking shape. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to work on the fins. So you do need to open this back up. We're going to pinch one side. We're going to grab this upper flap. We're going to pull this out. You'll feel it comes right to the edge there. So it can't pull anymore. That's where you want that. Just go ahead and fold that down. The other side, we're going to do the same thing. Pinch the other side, hold that. We're going to match up those fins and fold that down. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and fold this down. You see the fins take shape. Now let's work on the upper fin. So what we're going to do is pinching down here. We're going to grab this part up here. So we'll make sure that crease is good. Right here. You're going to pinch this and pull this away from the body of the shark. And then pinch it down. Just like that. Okay. So now we're almost done. Now we got to work on the tail. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold this using this corner of the paper here up to where this fin is. So we're going to fold it with this edge of the paper. It's right there. We're going to crease that, but we're not going to reinforce it. We're going to open this. We're going to flip this tail in. We're going to make sure it lines up and crease that down. Now we're going to take this lower part, this edge, and fold it along this crease. Just like that. Open this up, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to open this, fold that up. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to open up the tail. So you got this nice diamond. And we're going to fold this back using these two corner points as our line. So we're going to fold that. We're going to go all the way down to the corners, and then we will crease that. Then we're going to take this flap. We're going to fold it back up, but not all the way. Right about there. You can see that? Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this upper flap here, and we're going to fold it so that this edge is along this top edge. So I'm going to take that, fold that. And this part's not super critical, so if it's not right up against the edge, it's okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing to this side. So I'll pinch that, lift this upper flap, train it with my fingernail, and pinch that down. Now we can close the tail, and you can see we got our tail. Okay, now let's finish the fins. So the fins, what we're going to do is we're going to lift these up all the way. We're going to use it right to where the paper meets here and this corner point. So fold those up on both sides. Then we'll bring them back down. We'll kind of reshape it. And this right here, that's it. This model will stand, as you can see. Here's the profile, so because I know the camera's looking straight down. So that's all there is to it. This is the origami shark. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.